Alright YouTube, what is going on guys? David Hammond, not beautiful Mother Nature today. We are actually inside my basement, believe it or not. We cleaned it up, it was not this clean. But guys, as context, we are doing a vlog tutorial. We're here with my man Jesse again. What's up? Yo! And today guys, we're doing interior videography. Now, I know a lot of you guys may be thinking, David, why are you doing this? You're always outdoors, you're doing outdoor photo and video, and that is true, but you guys gotta keep in mind that when you are traveling, whether that's Airbnbs or hotels, you do sleep indoors, right? Therefore, you should be able to be pretty good at interior videography because you will be filming indoors at some time. Again, restaurants, Airbnbs, hotels, you guys get the point. So, with that said, I do film indoors, we're gonna get it going. We've already filmed one video, okay, or we're gonna overlay that. Now we're on our second video, but first let's overlay the first video, GoPro, all the tips and tricks, and then I'll see you back here for the second video. Go.
So many places still undiscovered, but you're stuck in a blast of yesteryear. Forget all the problems just for the moment. That is the kind of story you should see. Just open the eyes of your own heart. The trials of life brings us new experience, so just keep on moving to the light. You are your mind and soul. You won't find them twice at all. And someday you'll see the out where you always been belong.
Alright guys, what is going on? Voiceover here with the GoPro on my head to give you guys that first person perspective. Now the first couple shots here guys, we of course have Jesse walking down the stairs. Now the thing with this guys is we want many different angles of this, okay? So we can see we had one close, I have one walking down with Jesse, the next one I'm overhead of Jesse, and this is really just to bounce it back and forth, right? We want to convey many different emotions here. So if you guys could see, Jesse just scratched his head, right? We want to just convey the emotion or the story of Jesse just waking up, just getting out of bed and walking downstairs. Hence the wife beater. You know, he looks tired, he's scratching his head. That's the story, which of course you'll find out later on why. Alright, so now walking into the kitchen. Now we wanted this next part to be pretty important in the video. So if you can see here, it's dark and Jesse's going to turn on the light. And that's because the whole video, the vibe is to go to the kitchen, the coffee. This is where really the magic is going to happen, right? So we wanted to really just show how powerful this kitchen is, like how warm and homey this kitchen is, because that's the main element. Not the house, not the stairs, nothing else. It's this kitchen. So we wanted to just illuminate the entire place, bring a lot of attention to that. And then of course, when we do that, the music begins to pick up, kind of just, you know, really mixing well together. So now really beginning to show off the kitchen itself, you know, this is the main element, how, you know, roomy it is, how homey it is, how, because really the whole point with this guys is the story itself is Jesse waking up, going to the kitchen, grabbing coffee and having a good time. Now, in order to do that, we need to show this kitchen is that homey element, okay? I don't know if that made sense to you guys, but I hope it did. Anyways, we now have Jesse reaching into the cabinet for that red mug, okay? This is the next big point. So now that we have Jesse, he woke up kind of tired. Now he's in the kitchen. It's nice and bright. It's warm. It's happy. The music's picking up. We're already getting those subliminal messages that the kitchen is okay. You know, it's a good place. Now, the next place to take it up is this mug. So we actually chose the bright orange mug. If you guys can see Jesse picking that up right there, right? And the reason for that, one, again, it stands out, it's warmy, it's happy, it's a nice glowy, vibrant color, and we're going to show him now getting coffee, okay? So now, really simple, guys, you know, just using the Tasmo and just getting this shot. Now, I actually really love this shot. This was a shot we did a few times, a nice, smooth shot, reveal shot of Jesse, really just as simple as putting coffee into the machine. But the reason we liked this so much was because we had the kitchen light on. You can see Jesse's happy. We had the kitchen light on, and it worked so well because it glowed right over Jesse, so almost showing, you know, warmth, happiness, like the coffee, we're about to brew it up, all is getting better, like the coffee is this hero element right now in the kitchen, which is the warm element, right, the vibe. So now nothing crazy, just getting a lot of B-roll shots of Jesse, you know, really going through the process of getting this coffee ready. So, you know, pressing the buttons, you know, things like the coffee going now, super simple, super straightforward, guys. But you're beginning to notice all these similarities, right? It was dark, tired, cold, then turning into a warm, vibrant kitchen, warm coffee. The mood's getting better, the song's picking up, Jesse's looking better, he's looking happier. So of course you guys are putting two and two together now to realize that this coffee is the hero element, right? He's tired and the coffee's saving the day. So it's almost like commercial or product videography, but we did use a lot of elements of interior. We shot this interior in my kitchen, so we're putting it under interior videography, right? So real simple, same thing, that slide shot backwards. Now moving on to the window. This is the next element, okay? So now kind of going back to that cold, okay? So you notice the lights are off here, right? This is very, very subliminal, guys. Part of this we planned, the other part it just unfolded naturally. But if you notice where we're going, it is naturally darker, right? There are no lights. There are only lights where the coffee was. So it's almost like we're going back to the cold now, back to the darkness, back to, you know what I mean? The cold, the darkness. But this time we have that hero element. We have the coffee. We have that warm, vibrant orange mug going back into that cold, dark place. So it's almost that hero element saving the day. Does that make sense? So here's Jesse now walking to the window. You know, opening up again, very contrasting colors, very, very cold colors mixed with that warm mug, which is saving the day. You know, he's looking outside on a very cold day. Really interesting shots here, guys, using the light, whether that is Jesse looking out, you know, creating almost silhouettes with him. I'm shooting even through some shots here, guys. If you notice, I'm shooting through the blinds. I really, really like this shot. A really nice sense of depth of Jesse just really looking outside. Now, for this final shot, right, enjoying the coffee, he's happier now. The coffee saved the day. We tried to do this a few times, and it was tricky to do this, how we wanted this ending last shot, because we wanted a way to really isolate this coffee mug being the hero element at the very end of the day. And it was tricky doing this. So what we ended up figuring out, and you know, whether we like it or not, I mean, I like it, was we had Jesse looking out from a third person perspective, and then bang, he just puts down the coffee mug, and you can see me, like, I'm super happy right there. And the reason or how we did this was Jesse was out of focus looking out into the window, right, the mirror, and then we set a manual focus to where he would place the coffee mug so prematurely. So before he set it down, we already set the focus point, and then he put it right in front of us, showing like, boom, coffee's done, hero element, this saved the day from the cold, dark, you know, tired vibe. Does that make sense? So that's kind of what we were going for, guys. So I hope you could feel that, and that is it. Now you may be wondering, David, how is this really interior videography? Why is there such a story to it, guys? Something you have to keep in mind with any video, even something like interior videography where you're filming maybe a kitchen or a house or a living room, is that there still has to be, or really should be, a story involved with that. Okay, so both video clips we did here, although we're shooting interior videography, there still is a story which is going to create that emotion to the audience. Does that make sense? Because we want something very relatable, very really just relatable to the audience, and that was the warm coffee in the kitchen, because everyone does that. Like almost every morning when I wake up, I go downstairs, have the Tasmo, and literally do this exact steps. Maybe it's a cold morning, you're just looking outside, but the coffee wakes you up. So again, without going on too much of a tangent, guys, even with interior videography, seemingly something with no story, you want to embed that story. So that's what we did in here. I'll now see you guys on the main camera before we talk about the second video with this story. Okay, so until then, peace. And alright, so you guys just saw the first video with all the GoPro voiceovers. Now we're in the second location, of course, the basement back here. We're going to film the second video with Jesse. I'm going to overlay the B-roll or the video and then give all the tips and tricks with the GoPro as we go. So enjoy the second video. Let's go. Alright guys, back with the voiceover here with the GoPro on my head. Now with the second video, okay, of course we are now in my basement. Now again guys, alluding back to what I was saying before, you know, we're shooting an interior place, but we still want a story. So the main story, of course, we have the model Jessie. Now we wanted a basement, okay, so we wanted this almost to come across as like a very interesting, cool bar vibe, right? And of course that's because I'm using naturally what I have in my basement. So the pool table, I have the bar there, so we're using those elements to our advantage, right? So think of like you entering a club, really a club or like a bar for the first time. Very cool, you're dressed up a bit more, you know what I mean? Things are much more you know, you're playing it cool, you know what I mean? Almost like with that persona, like it's a very hip, young thing, and I'll explain in color grading why I made it that way later on. But anyways, the first few shots, guys, we have Jessie coming into the basement, you know, like, ooh, surprise, like, ooh, this is a nice place, right? When you first enter a bar, the first thing he sees immediately is that pool table. So we're getting a lot of reveal shots, sliding shots, dolly shots, really showing off this pool table in a cinematic way, right? With Jessie, you know, interested in it, like, oh, damn, okay, you got a pool table, right? Because this is going to be our first main element, the pool table, before we move on to the bar, right? Those are the two elements. So we're now getting shots, guys, of Jessie just setting up and beginning to play pool. So shots like him cranking up, about to, you know, I don't know exactly what it's called, but break the balls, you know what I mean? Like I'm not a pool master, you know what I mean? But shots like that overlapping them, so getting really macro shots here. I have the 50 lens on, the 1.8, getting really detailed shots, right? Using depth with the arm of the pool table, getting wide shots and playing them together. Now I actually really like this shot here because we're gonna stitch them all together. Now Jessie hadn't actually hit it yet, but what we did here was I placed the camera perfectly right, just flat on the pool table itself. Super simple, and you can see the orange ball, those are out of focus, but Jessie's in focus, right? You can actually see right there, he's in focus, about to hit the pool table with the pool balls. Really like that shot. And then what I did, the same thing here, when he broke the balls, I just placed it super simple. It was a static shot, but there was no need for extra movement because there was already a lot of movement with him breaking the balls. So getting the focus right, placing, and snap. Super simple, super cinematic. All we had to do that was one time, you know, really nice, clean there. Showing Jessie, of course, you know, he's stoked on it, he's happy with it. And then, yeah, you can see he's stoked on it. And then moving on. So now getting things, guys, with the balls are broken, more shots of like pretend Jessie's like playing a game of pool now, so he's scoping out a shot, you know, what am I going to take, what's my next move? You want to keep this as relatable and organic to an actual natural experience itself, right? So after you break the balls or whatever, you want to, like, you know, decide, what am I going to shoot next, what's this, what's that? And to do that, we change it up. So again, you can see I'm getting like a macro shot now, sliding, right? And I really want to emphasize that to you guys. I'm sliding the camera across the felt or whatever it is, right? So it worked perfectly, getting really smooth shots here. You can see the balls that are focused right in front, right? Getting macro shots, wide shots, really just changing it up to convey the story of the pool. All right, so now we actually have Jessie hitting a ball in, and I really love this because as he hit it, you can see him sliding it back perfectly and seamlessly. Now I know he didn't get it in, but that didn't matter because we were going to stitch the shot. And now he's just throwing it in because we want a really macro shot of the ball landing or getting sunken into the hole, right? So that was really it as far as that, guys, goes. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the second element of Jessie moving on to the bar, okay? So we're now here at the bar. Immediately, guys, initially I love to do reveal shots with the wide lens in any element I'm using, whether that's the bar or a pool table, it doesn't matter. I love using the wide shots for the establishing shots, showing where you are, what's going on, you know, this is the next element. And in order to do that, I love doing reveal and sliding shots, okay? So more sliding shots here. Again, you can see I'm using that cabinet foreground, right? Jessie in the background, really getting these wide shots. I really still want to show, before I go into to macro shots, I want to show off like where we are fully. Does that make sense? So now we're getting, now that you guys understand a bit more of the vibe, you know what's going on, okay, we're at a bar, we understand. Now let's get a bit more detailed macro shots. So Jessie now grabbing the vodka off the counter, right? This is more of a closer macro shot. I think I put on like the 24 or the 50 with this, you know, grabbing it off, super simple, showing, okay, a bar, alcohol, boom, put two and two together. He's probably gonna have shots or something, right? I actually really like this shot here. We had the two elements. We had the shot glass and then we had the vodka bottle. And now you can see I'm grabbing just this little like tissue thing to put it under to keep the shot in level, because I want to keep this stationary. You don't, guys, if you don't need to hold it, the camera, and you're able to keep it stationary, do so, because it's going to be smoother. Like, there's no point to hold it. You're just going to get camera shake. So either bring a tripod or get creative like I did here. So once we had that, super simple, guys, just Jessie now pouring the shot into the little bottle. And Yeah, I mean, it's really not that difficult. Now, this shot, though, we actually really liked, and we did this a few times. This was Jesse. We did a pull focus, okay? So we did a pull focus from the bottle itself. If you notice the bottle and the shot glass, they're at different lengths. So the bottle's closer to me. I was focusing on that, and then as Jesse grabbed the shot glass, I did a pull focus to his hand, which was just, we thought, super seamless, super smooth, and just very cinematic. And all right, so now that we have that out of the way, of course, we're now going to get Jesse to drink the shot. I mean, you're not going to go to a bar, pour a shot, and not drink it. That's just going to leave the audience with a dissatisfied feeling, because like you got to complete it. So we're just getting Jesse just yeet it back. And now, guys, disclaimer, it's just water. We didn't I think we just filled the whole bottle up with water, something like that, or we filled the shot glass with water, so don't worry about that. Next, after this, more reveal shots, guys, back to setting the tone. He had his shot, what's going on. Now we're going to sit down, wide angle lens, getting the reveal shot with the table in the foreground, just adding sense of depth, really like that. And then boom, super simple like that. Once Jesse is sitting down, we're now getting him to pull out his phone, right? Moving on with this story here. So, you know, I'm using this little, you can see this little like cabinet, this little, not cabinet, but like wine holder as a sense of depth right in front of me, right? And just something, you know, super simple to give sense of depth, a bit more context, you know, wine holder, alcohol, bar, you know, same vibe, right? And yeah, now he's pulled out his phone here, checking it out, probably going to text. And we're kind of leaving this up to interpretation for you guys, but really the whole vibe we were going for is, you know, we checked out a new bar, checked out a new place, you know, the basement, whatever, you know, this place is really awesome, pool table, you know, drinks, everything like that. Boom, let me text my friends now to say, you know, come on over, come join. Or maybe he got a text from a friend or a girl saying, hey, what's up? Just really setting the vibe. Like when you guys go to a bar, you know, you're having a good time. We want to show that he's having a good time, texting his friend, or, you know, a girl's texting him, whatever it is, just to set the vibe. You know what I mean? So getting shots of Jesse now, his face after reading the message, him smiling, you know, saying, ooh, okay, I'm digging this, right? Setting that vibe. And then this last shot, guys, you know, we did it a few times, and again, guys, the ending shots you'll notice are at least in my opinion, like the most important shots. So we wanted a way to wrap this up and symbolize that this is it. Like this is the bar. I'm having a good time, awesome basement, text my friends, have them come. Let's all do this together. So what we did is we did a pull focus. If you notice, we have Jesse's reflection in the background in the mirror. So I initially started to focus on that, right? So you can see that Jesse himself's out of focus. And then as he turns his head seamlessly to the camera, I then focus on him, right? So nothing crazy, just a simple pull focus, but we thought it was pretty powerful, pretty just like boom, you know what I mean? We liked it. We thought it was a good ending shot. So here's me showing Jesse, and yeah, let's get his reaction right there. And then, yeah, he's stoked. We're both stoked on it. So that, guys, is it. That is the end of this voiceover here. But I'll see you guys back on the main camera. We'll do the outro, and we'll get that going, okay? So until then, see you on the main camera. Peace. And okay, guys, it is the next day. Just finished the voiceover, speaking really quietly because I am upstairs and everyone is sleeping right back there. So I'm going to finish up the video here. I really hope you guys digged it. I hope you guys dig that voiceover with the GoPro, everything about that. Really enjoyed doing them. And I do want to finish it off on this note as I'm looking back at my laptop. I'll tell you why. I've been alluding to these courses. There's an outdoor photography and an outdoor videography course. I know this was interior videography, but nonetheless, a course on photography and videography. I know I've been putting them off for so long, but guys, they are done. They are done. Here is the proof why I'm looking. Boom. We have a total of 3 courses. What does that say? Outdoor photography course, outdoor videography course, and a creator course. Now though, they are done, but they're not live yet because I still have to do some, you know, website stuff, some back end stuff, but they will be live in the next few days. So I just hold out thank you for anyone that's maybe been, you know, wondering when they're coming out very, very soon. You saw that they are ready, just the back end stuff. So everyone is sleeping. I'm going to finish off this video here though. I really hope you guys digged it. If you guys did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want more, and I'll see you guys in the next one, right? So until then, much love. Peace.